again, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to play New Romantic's Taylor's version on the guitar. I ran a little bit of a poll on my Patreon page to see what order you guys wanted to see the rest of the 1989 album, because I am trying to teach the rest of the album by the end of this year, and so I wanted to give a quick shout out and thank you to my patrons for voting on the order in which you want to see these tutorials come out. New Romantics was the top one, so here is the tutorial for that. Here's a quick overview of everything I'll be covering in this video today, and with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so you only need to know 5 different chord shapes to play through this entire song, and we're going to start with our F sus2 over C, which looks like this and sounds like this. And by the way, if you don't know how to read these chord charts you're seeing on screen, I do cover how to do that in my free beginner series right here on YouTube, so make sure to check that out right here. The next chord shape is our A minor. We also have our G add 4. We also have D minor. And the last chord shape is our C major. And those are the only 5 chords you need to know to play through this song. Alright guys, so go ahead and pause the video and take as much time as you need to really memorize these chord shapes, as well as practice transitioning back and forth between them, because it'll make learning the rest of the song so much easier. This song, along with a lot of the 1989 album, moves really quickly, so you want to make sure you can transition between these chords fast enough. So if this is a skill you're currently struggling with, I would recommend checking out my Practice With Me Chord Transitions playlist on my other channel, Forever Faithful, because I go through that and build that skill up with you guys in real time. But once you have these chords under your belt, then we can go ahead and talk about the strumming that I would suggest for this song. Alright guys, so as I always say, if you are brand new to playing guitar, or you're somebody who struggles with playing guitar and singing at the exact same time, then the first thing I would suggest doing is to bring up the song and go ahead and go through the entire thing with just a single down strum on each chord change as you sing through the song. And you want to take this time to really get used to what word or what syllable you're on whenever those chords are changing. So here's a quick example of what that would look like. We're all bored, we're all so tired of everything we wait for, trains that just aren't coming. Alright, so that's just a really quick example, but you would essentially want to do that for the entire song and just really make sure you know where those chords are going to be changing. And this is actually something you do right now if you check out my Patreon page. I do have this entire guide available to download and print out, so I will make sure to leave that link in the description box if you're interested. But once you have this down and you know where to expect those chord changes, then we can go ahead and add to this down strum to create more of a full strumming pattern that you can use for this song. Alright guys, so for strumming for this song, we are going to be in a 16th note count, so if you don't know what that means or how to do that, I would definitely recommend checking out my beginner series because we go over all of that over there. So this strumming pattern might be a little bit more intense if you're a beginner, but the good news is you can use it for the entire song. So it's the only one you have to learn. It's going to sound like this. We have a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1, a E and E, a 4 and a down, up, up, down, up, up, down, down, up. If you've been on my channel for a while, you might recognize this one. This is one of the more common strumming patterns you'll see because Taylor uses it quite often herself. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to play this pattern through 1 time per chord for most of the song. There are going to be a couple of places you want to repeat this pattern twice, but I'll have all of that listed on the guide on my Patreon page. But basically, let's go ahead and just look right here at the beginning on verse 1. We're starting with our F sus2 chord, and you're just going to play this pattern through once. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Then you go to your next chord, A minor. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up. To G add 4. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up. To D minor. Alright. So we are playing it really slowly right now, and as you know, with the rest of the 1989 album, this song also moves really quickly, so we do need to speed it up. So more at full tempo would sound like this. We've got down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Alright, so it's going to take a little bit of practice to be able to get the coordination down to speed it up to that tempo. If this is something that you need help with, I do actually have a practice with me strumming series as well on my Forever Faithful channel, and I have this exact strumming pattern over there where we build it up slowly in real time. So go check that out if you need help with the coordination for this. But basically, once you have it more at full tempo, we want to just start applying those chord transitions. So looking at verse 1, we've got our F sus2 to A minor, down, up, down, down, up, to G add 4, to D minor. All right, so you want to get it to a point where you have both of those chord transitions and the strumming rhythm quite under your muscle memory, so you don't have to like think about it as much. And then at that point, you can string it all together without stopping. So that whole thing sounds like this. Again, if you're brand new to playing guitar, this is going to take a lot of practice. But after you get it to this point where it's at this full speed tempo, we want to add two different things into this to make it sound more like how Taylor plays live. Now, the first thing we're going to add is accents. And so what an accent is basically it's like an emphasized strum. So I'm going to go ahead and turn some of these arrows green. These green arrows are going to be the ones that I want you to kind of give just a little extra oomph to when you're strumming, okay? So with our F sus2 chord, we've got down, up, down, up, down, down, up. You want them to just be a little louder than all the other strums around it. Hopefully this feels a little bit natural because we're coming from a double up, so you kind of already have that momentum going to give the accent to those down strums. 1, E, and E, a 4, and a down, up, down, up, down, down, up. All right? So practice adding those accents in. You want to keep the accent going throughout the entire song. And then the second thing we're going to add is a palm mute. This is a skill that Taylor uses so much whenever she plays live. So what you want to do is you want to take the side of your hand with your pick in it, and you're going to gently lay them on the strings right next to the bridge of your guitar. So your hand's going to want to be pretty far back here, okay? And as you strum, you want to keep your hand on the strings lightly so it kind of dampens the sound. All right, you should still be able to hear the difference between the different chords. All right, but you just kind of, it's going to be a little more dampened, okay? So if you apply this palm mute while you're strumming, it's going to apply for all of the down strums, okay? You can hear the up strums are still ringing out like normal. All right, so if you can apply this palm mute and those accents into this song, it's really going to just chef's kiss, make it sound so much better. So we've got our F sus2, A minor. This is with accents and the palm mute, okay? To F sus2, A minor, and then we end on G for 2 measures for all the verses. And that's, again, an example of how you would play through all of the verses. So with some singing, it'll sound like this. We're all bored, all so tired of everything we wait for. Trains that just aren't coming, we show off our different scarlet letters. Trust me, mine is better. All right? Now the chorus, the chord order changes around a little bit here, but we're going to still be playing the exact same strumming rhythm. The only thing now is you can take that palm mute out. So we're going to let all of the choruses ring out. So for the chorus, we're starting on our D minor, to F sus2, C, to G add 4. That's the chorus. Baby, I could build a castle, have all the bricks I threw. So the chorus, like I said, the chords are different in a different order, but the strumming pattern is exactly the same. The bridge is the only place that's going to be a little bit different, and for the entire bridge, I would just suggest a single down strum, okay? Please take my hand and please take me dancing, and please leave me stranded. It's so romantic. All right, then you come back in with the acapella. All right, and then you go back into strumming just like normal for the chorus all the way through the end of the song. And like I said, the hardest thing about this strumming pattern is just getting that coordination down and speeding it up to tempo. So again, make sure to check out my Practice With Me series for that if you need help with it. But once you have the pattern under your muscle memory, you can apply it for the entire song. All right, so again, go ahead and pause the video and take as much time as you need to really get this strumming pattern under your muscle memory. I know if you're a beginner, it can kind of feel a little overwhelming, like it's a lot of different arrows to remember, but it is one that Taylor uses so much when she's on stage live. So the sooner you can practice it and get it under muscle memory, the sooner you can apply it to so many different songs. But once you have that down, we can go ahead and put everything we've learned in this tutorial, the chords, the transitions, the strumming pattern, put it all together to play through the song. 1, 2, ready, go. Want to have fun jamming out to the rest of the song with me? Then make sure to check out my Patreon page. We can unlock access to this as well as all my other Swiftie sing-along guitar tutorials. I've covered so many of her songs from all the different albums and eras, so if you're a Swiftie who loves to play her songs on the guitar, I would definitely recommend checking it out. I will link it in the description box down below. If you enjoyed learning this song with me, then you should definitely check out this video. Not only just have a super similar vibe and feel, but it's just as fun and easy to play, so I'll see you over there.